such a progressive bill as far as a very precious mineral is concerned, and that is the gold. Mr. Speaker, I speak as a person who has some little interest in such area and with practical experience of what we go through as people who engage in such business. To run this business, Honorable Speaker, is in itself, even assembling the machinery and even the people and everything that comes with it, is an uphill task. Right from purchasing land, there is something, Honorable Speaker, that is called the prospecting license, where there is no substantive one, where you get an individual acquiring a huge tract of land in one particular area. I mean, acquiring a huge area in terms of the prospecting license. You get, for example, in places like Siaya, places like some place in Kakamega County, Honorable Speaker, a place called Kitigu, where you get a single person having such prospecting licenses from the Ministry of Mining because of lack of harmony and lack of cohesion between different departmental heads, or rather different departments of government, or even county government and national government. A person gets that prospecting license in one large area. An innocent buyer of land acquires that piece of land without the knowledge that that particular land has got some gold mine beneath the land that is bought, is acquired. And when this person decides to start investing in that particular area, you get this huge person, a person who picked the prospecting licenses, head in arms, coming with police officers, mining officers saying, I'm the only one who is supposed to mine in this area. You've got to give me this amount of money for you to mine in your own land that you've acquired in that area, because that prospecting license is given to particular people. And that is the challenge you're having. Then there is the question of the county government, like the Honorable Gikari has said. There are other licenses that you've got to pursue from the county governments. In fact, nowadays, and I'll be very particular in one of the county governments, they sometimes introduce particular levies to particular miners because there is the system is not synchronized. I dare say, for example, Honorable Speaker, that about 2 weeks ago, some small company that I have an interest in, Honorable Speaker, was told to remit about 20,000 for transportation of materials from where the stones are being picked to the processing site. And that is only limited to that particular company. And it's in Kakamega County, Honorable Speaker. So those are the challenges that people who engage in this business are doing. And sometimes, Honorable Speaker, we also have very huge investors or foreigners coming into this place, in our land, Honorable Speaker. They engage the locals. They again call themselves artisan miners, using our young people without particulars, without proper structures. There are no, this whole system, Honorable Speaker, hasn't been synchronized in a way that you can know who takes what, who should be paid what are the risks. Because getting even to the reef, it's a different world altogether. Honorable Speaker, I'll confess, people go deep, several meters, Honorable Speaker, and there is a different world altogether down there, where we have even new street lighting down there, Honorable Speaker, and that is in the process of looking for that precious gold. The risk that comes with that needs to be checked, and that is why this bill is very important. Even on the amendments, there are so many things that we really need to look at, because I have taken keen interest in this business, Honorable Speaker, for the past 7 years, and I know what it takes. So I have seen people taking advantage of lack of knowledge or lack of exposure of our young people back in those areas where we have such precious stone. And because I've been keen on this industry, Honorable Speaker, I know we have that precious stone in Vihiga. I know we've got that precious stone in Siaya County, Honorable Speaker. And although we have, in Ndrongo, it's very limited, that is Migori. Although in Ndrongo, we largely have the copper in the part of the border between ourselves and the other ones. I've tried to engage in that line too, Honorable Speaker. But the process of even getting this, to date, there is not a single person with a mining license, a pure mining license. What the issue, Honorable Speaker, is actually the processing license. So you process, you have a license of processing, the processing license, but you have no mining license. What you have is a prospecting mining license. So where do they expect you to get this particular product, or rather these stones, so that you can be able to process? They give you such. And then we also have cartels in the business who sponsor, they sponsor people to take investors in court. They take all of, they use the police officers and such. This bill is going to realign the systems of operations of the mining sector, of the gold mining. We have a precious stone, Honorable Speaker, in this country. And I confess, it is actually, in some areas, it gets up to 89%. In Siaya, it's almost at 92%, Honorable Speaker. In Vihiga, it's about 86%. So this is a place that you can really invest in. And this will be able to help. We have a reef in Kitui, Honorable Speaker, that is not tapped. And the county government declines to give licenses because they have no clear structures. They decline to even dispose of such particular pieces of land. So I particularly came to this, displayed my interest in this bill, Honorable Speaker, because I have the vast experience on what this whole thing is about. And I want to congratulate the Honorable Shinali and tell him that going forward, as we move to the next step, we must put our hands together, right from the point of acquiring the lands, to the point of licensing, to the point of processing, and to the point of safety, and finally to the point of disposal and sell, and selling, and of course export. Because even in that line, also, Honorable Speaker, is also a challenge. We've got a lot of middlemen and conmen midway when you are doing the exports. We've got so many people. By the time you want to dispose of 1 kg of gold, Honorable Speaker, in this country, trust me, you will have lost a lot of money in terms of paperwork. Oh, you need this stamp. Oh, you need this. You need to go to this place. Oh, somebody else needs to sign. So unless you become a crook, you may not sell your gold. You'll end up making losses as much. And that is the element that we must include in this particular bill. With that, Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate Honorable Shinali and say that we support entirely, and we will be, going forward, we'll make sure that we harmonize such laws to befit the interest of the people and the investors too. Don't chase away investors. Don't own up the land and say, this is my land, you can't just come. Embrace them and let them grow, let us grow together as a people. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Migori. Member for Migori.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I come from a gold mine area, which is called Makalda Mines, which is in Nyateke sub-county in Migori County. So gold is very dear to me. My house is, I think, five or less minutes walk to the gold site in Nyateke. Madam Speaker, there are so many challenges, and I want to congratulate the Honorable Member, Honorable Bernard, for bringing this bill. I support it in totality. Would there be any amendments that would help us? Kindly allow the amendments to take place. Madam Speaker, the small-scale miners all over the country, not only in Nyatike, are really frustrated